Habari zenyu, how are you? I hope you are doing well. I'm doing well. I'm having a good day because I'm here with you. Well, today I'm going to tell you a story about little Lemaiyan. He was about 7 years old and he lived in the Masai Mara a long time ago, way before we were born, even before your mamas and papas were born. Well, he lived there and he lived in a wonderful community. They had lots of houses around in the compound, and he used to take the goats and sheep out every day, every morning, out to graze. And his big brother used to take the cattle up the hill to this beautiful patch. In that area, even though it was very dry, there were little areas that had nice grassy patches that they could take the animals to eat grass. Well, on this particular day, no one was going to be working. You know why? It was going to be a championship game that all the kids would have to play. And the winner of the game became the leader of all the children in that entire village. So every child wanted to play. It was the first time, first time that they allowed children that were under 10 years old to play. This time they said all the children can play in the competition. So Lemaiyan was very happy because this was going to be his first time. He knew he wouldn't win because he was really tiny, even smaller than all the boys that were 7 years old, his age. But he said just the excitement of playing, he was excited. So all the kids woke up early, even before the sun rose, even before the cock crowed. They were so excited to be in this competition. And so all the kids got up, put on their wonderful regalia. They had beautiful Maasai beads that they would put up. They had paintings that they would put on their faces. So some of the women and some of the men were assigned to make beautiful marks on their faces for all these warriors to go out and play this game. The girls played it, the boys played it, all of them played it. Well, little Lemaiyan, even though he knew, well, I might not win it, he said, I am still going to be a winner because I got to play the game. So he went out, saw all his friends, and he was very excited. All the friends were saying, oh my goodness, I think I'm going to be the winner. I'm the strongest, said one of the boys. And look, they all looked at him and saw his muscles and said, whoa, that guy is pretty strong. He might be the winner. And one of the others came and said, hey, hold on. Look at me. Look at how tall I am. I'm going to be the winner. Can't you see? I'm taller than all the children in this village. And they looked and they said, ooh, he might be right. He might be right. Look at him. He's almost as tall as a giraffe. And all the other kids kept telling each other why they think they were going to be the winners. Well, nobody knew what the competition was yet. So they all gathered round and the chief came and poked his spear in the ground and said, well, children, how are you doing today? And they all cheered, we're fine, we're doing well. And he said, well, I'm here to tell you all what the competition is going to be. Today, each of you is going to go out into the savannah. It's a dangerous place, so you have to be very careful. The child that comes back with the tooth of a lion is the winner. And all of a sudden there was silence. And the kids thought, tooth of a lion? How? That's not possible. We're kids. How can he give us such? Oh my goodness. This is the worst contest I've ever heard of for a kid. Some of us are 7 years old, said Lemaiyan. And he thought, well, you know what? I'll try. It sounds very dangerous, but I'll try. And so all the kids looked at each other puzzled and thought, it doesn't sound like it's even possible. But maybe my muscles can help, said the boy with the big muscles. Oh, maybe my tall giraffe-like stature is going to help me find where the lions are. And then I'll bend down and grab them and get the lion's tooth. Maybe. So all of them had started thinking of different strategies that they could get this lion's tooth. And Lemaiyan thought, while I walk, I'm going to think of ways that I might be able to do it. And he started walking. And as he started walking out, he was the first one who started walking out towards the savannah, and all the other kids looked at him and laughed and said, he's still going? Is he a joker? What is he thinking? He's 7 years old and he looks like a little 4-year-old boy. He's so tiny. He's like a mouse. Can you imagine the lion? The lion will laugh at him. He's so small. The lion will think, oh my goodness, did the mouse come out to play today? Does the mouse want to come near me? Oh, I'll just have the mouse for dinner. That's it. So they all made so much fun of him. And he was used to that because a lot of the children used to laugh at him when they used to talk about how small he was. But he didn't mind. He didn't mind because he knew just because he's small doesn't mean he can't do anything that any of the other guys can do. He can still do it, and he can do it well. So he didn't mind, and he kept walking and saying, I'm going to think about this. And as he walked, he thought about it and he said, it seems like a very difficult task for one of us kids. So I'll just sit here. Once he got to the savannah, there were little shrubs, and he said, I'll just sit here by one of the shrubs as I start thinking about a way to get a lion's tooth. And as he sat there, he heard, he thought, it doesn't look like a windy day. I wonder why the grass and shrubs are making noises. So he turned and he could see the grass wasn't moving, the shrubs weren't moving, but one shrub bush was rustling, and yet there was no wind. So he thought, that's so strange. I wonder if one of the kids out there, maybe they've already started looking for the lion and figuring out how they can trap him. So he walked slowly, cautiously, until he got near the shrub, and he could see the tail of something on the other side, and he thought, that's very weird. That looks like a lion's tail, but could it be a lion? Oh my goodness, maybe the lion will eat me. Maybe he will think I'm a mouse. What am I going to do? And he remembered the warriors talking about being so still, that even the animals didn't know you were there. And so he stood, and he stood. For a few minutes, he didn't even blink his eyes. And the lion walked majestically round the shrub and looked straight into his eyes. Oh, Lemaiyan was frightened. He was frightened, but he stood there and he said, I know I cannot get the tooth of a lion, but I did try. I did come out to the savannah. And that's what he was thinking in his head. And he said, I know I'm still a winner for trying. And then the lion did a strange thing. Instead of roaring and jumping and eating him up, the lion, that was the strangest noise coming out of a lion's mouth. And so he thought, what is wrong with this lion? And again, that's not a lion's roar. A lion's roar. Roar! Can you do it? Let's hear loud roars. Roar! That's what a lion's roar is supposed to be. But instead, he murmured a very painful sound. And immediately Lemaiyan knew something was the matter. He wasn't even pouncing on Lemaiyan to eat him up. He didn't even come any closer. He just lay there, crawling, one little inch at a time. So Lemaiyan thought, maybe he needs me. And so he took one step, waited, nothing. Another step, waited, nothing. And went slowly by slowly until he was very close to the lion. And as soon as he got that close, he was cautious and he didn't move again. And the lion opened his mouth, all his teeth, sharp teeth, right close to Lemaiyan's head. And Lemaiyan thought, oh no, the kids were right, he will eat me. But no, he didn't. He didn't. When he opened his mouth, Lemaiyan saw blood dropping from his lower jaw. And when he looked, he saw one of the teeth was bent. And he said, maybe he's hurt. Maybe his tooth is paining. How can I help? How can I help? And he took his hand, shaking, scared, and he held the tooth and shook it 1, 2, 3, and it fell off. And as soon as it fell off, the lion roared, and it put its paw on top of Lemaiyan's shoulder, and it started licking him and licking him and licking him and licking him, and it put him down and it licked him some more. What? The lion likes me, thought Lemaiyan. And he licked him and put his paw again on his shoulder and turned around and ran away. And Lemaiyan thought, oh my goodness, that was the craziest but the best experience I've ever had in my life. Wow, wow, I helped a lion today. I helped a lion today. And he said, you know what? I don't think I could ever remove a tooth from a lion because I wouldn't want to make them feel hurt, especially after seeing this one. I'm not going to participate in this competition because it might mean that we might have to kill the lion to get the tooth. Oh, no, no, no. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. But even though I didn't do it, I'm still going to go home and as he was talking to himself, he opened the tooth and he's a tooth of a lion. A tooth of a lion. I did it. I did it. I got the tooth of a lion and I didn't even have to hurt a lion. I helped him and he stood up. And he had dust and dirt all over because remember the lion had put him down, and he got up and he ran and he ran and he ran and he could see the kids all over the savannah. The tall ones, the strong ones, the big ones, all of them. And they kept, oh, Mouse, Mouse. Hi, Mouse, how's it going? Are you still in the competition? And he said, I don't know. Let's find out. And he ran and left them there, all the way back to the village. And he went straight to the chief and he said, Chief, I think I got it. And he opened his hand and there was the tooth of the lion. And the chief said, what? Lemaiyan, how did you do this? How did you get the tooth of the lion? Look at you, so small. Look at those little legs. How did you do that? Show me, how did you do that? This is the tooth of a lion. And he had one hanging around his neck. And this, what? Lemaiyan, tell us how you did it. And they sat down and Lemaiyan told them the story. And the chief said, wow, today, this little mouse is the leader of all the children in the village. Today, our little mouse Lemaiyan is the chief of all the children. Come and sit next to me. And the ladies brought him a beautiful sheet. They call it a shuka that he put around his waist. Beautiful one with beautiful beads that they put around his head. And they said, today, You are the winner of the contest. And you are the winner on very many levels. You are positive. You said you will do it. Even if you thought you might not win, you said you're still going to do it. And you are very cautious. We saw you. We saw you as you started thinking about a plan. We saw you. And so he sat there, and one of the guys using this horn called all the children to come back. And they came back and they said, today we knew this is a contest that nobody can win. And all the kids started saying, yeah, because I have the big muscles, but there's no way we can challenge a lion. Of course there's no way we can do that. And they all came and said, what is Mouse doing sitting next to the chief? Huh? I guess they were feeling sorry for him. They told him to sit there because he's so tiny. Somebody might step on him, they won't see him. And they continued laughing and making jokes. Once they came there, the chief stood up and put his spear again in the ground and said, today, my children, we have found the leader. We have found the leader. Do you know who it is? Do you know? Our mouse, Lemaiyan, is the leader of the children. Open your hand, Lemaiyan, and show them. And he opened his palm, and there was blood around his palm and the tooth of a lion. How is that? How is that? Oh, the children were shocked. Mouse? Mouse? How could Mouse beat my muscles? How could Mouse beat my tall stature? How could Mouse beat me, the biggest guy in the village? Oh, today he managed. He managed. He was the luckiest guy amongst them. And even though you thought that he was the smallest guy and unable to meet this challenge, he won. He won. So everyone, come here. Let's give him a hug. Let's lift him up. I want everyone to celebrate with me today, Lemaiyan, chief of the children. And they came up and they lifted him, and even the strongest guy said, then in that case, let me lift him. I'm the strongest guy. Let me lift him. And everyone wanted to be his friend. Now, all of a sudden, Mouse was the most popular guy in the whole village. All the children wanted to be his friend because they realized even if he's so tiny, even if he's so small, he was able to achieve what none of them could do. None of them. And so he stood up above the tallest guy, and the tallest guy was proud and saying, look guys, this guy, he's my friend, you know. I'm going to protect him. Hey, he's my friend. In fact, I think he'll protect me because he has something else in his brain that is beyond all of us. I don't know how he did it, but today he's my friend. And all of them said, no, he's my friend. Oh, no, he's my friend. And all the kids, the boys, the girls, they all started shouting and saying, Lemaiyan, Lemaiyan, chief of the children. Lemaiyan, Lemaiyan, chief of the children. Well, today, children, I want you to be like Lemaiyan. Don't be challenged. Sometimes things will seem so hard, and everybody will tell you, of course you can't. But you know what? You can. And even if you don't win, just by thinking that you can and doing it, you're already a winner. Okay? Well, time for Mama Hadithi to say Kwaheri.